Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Smokin Bulls, the podcast about business, money, and lifestyle. I'm Tyler.
I'm Dave.
And here we are chatting today about the April market insights from Dr. James Thorne, the Wellington-Altus lead portfolio market strategist, Dr. Jim Thorne. So he's chatting about today in the April newsletter about, I guess, a lot of the same stuff that he's talked about in the last couple of market insights that he's done, a little bit about the U.S. and their restructuring in order to become and continue to be, I guess, a world leader in finance and a superpower.
Yeah, I mean, here begins the great game, as he's referencing some literature from the past where someone teaches a young man about espionage and how to stay on top of their game and how to get back to the top of your game. And I think that's what it's talking about. It's a system reset. The U.S. We've been. I mean, can't tell you how many years, 5, 6 years, all we hear is the US dollar's over. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be the global dollar. The BRICS are putting together their own currency to pay for their exchanges of goods. And ultimately what he's saying here is that oil is going to be purchased in US dollars. That's the reset here, that the US dollar is going to remain strong, and they're going to make sure it remains strong by the things that they've been doing, a new global order, Bretton Woods too. Yeah, it's interesting. I think that what they really focus in on is what I think everybody kind of knows, is that it's not a combination, or it's not a competition between the U.S. and Russia anymore. It's really about U.S. and China. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the stuff that Trump's doing right now is trying to maintain and cut off, I guess, supplies to China, make it difficult for China to continue to grow, because the U.S. wants to remain that in that powerful position, have the U.S. dollar be the one that everybody references. Mm-hmm. So that you're seeing the issue in Venezuela that we saw a couple of months ago. You've got the Iran war now, and all of these are choking the supply of energy to China, making it more difficult for them to continue to expand their economies and expand their role in the world, I guess. Well, and to also have the energy required for the AI infrastructure, running AI. I mean, this is, China has a large oil reserves compared to lots of countries, but if choked out, I mean, it's a 1 year supply. I mean, that's if they had nothing, somewhere in that neighborhood. So, and these are things that we hear from our clients. This is the discussions we get into with others that we talk to in the industry and to others that are not in the industry. But the argument's always the same. Like, we talk about these in silos, and what James Thorne is saying here is like, look, this is a big fight about energy, AI infrastructure, and financial rails. And what he means by that is they're all tied together. We could argue, why do you invade Iran? They're not doing anything to anybody. Well, we don't see a lot of it here in the West. We're kind of immune to what happens in the Middle East. So, we look at these as silos. So what he's saying de facto is these are all U.S. dominated positions that they want to be a powerhouse in. Energy is going to be transacted in U.S. dollar denomination. AI infrastructure, they're going to beat the rest of the world there. They're going to build out the best infrastructure, and they're going to dominate AI, which in the last newsletter, remember, it's an arms race. Mm-hmm. And the financial rails, which he talks about, is the US dollar, gold, and Bitcoin. And these are all the pieces that they're trying to put together. And we can have 10 arguments on each one of those points as to why. And we'll find lots of reasons why not, obviously. Mm-hmm. So that's where we're at. And like you said, fights with China. Resources and influence. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's an interesting read, and we encourage you to take a look at it. Follow us on our socials if you want to learn more, and reach out if you'd like to. Thanks again for watching.